Franz Ferdinand was born on December 18, 1863. He was born the oldest son of Archduke Karl Ludwig and brother to Emperor Francis Joseph. He started a military career at the age of 15, serving in Hungary, Upper Austria, and Bohemia. The suicide of Crown Prince Rudolf in 1889 and his own father's death in 1896 made him next in line for the crown. He was considered a prideful and mistrusted man with a short temper. Franz Ferdinand lacked the necessary charisma to guarantee popularity in the country. Franz married Countess Sophie Chotek von Chotkova on July 1, 1900. Emperor Franz Joseph was against the marriage, arguing that Franz Ferdinand was marrying beneath his station. Franz and his wife had 3 children together. The primary source of Franz Ferdinand's unpopularity related to the policies he intended to apply once he assumed the throne. Franz proposed to replace the Austro-Hungarian dualism with trialism, a triple monarchy in which the Empire Slavs would have an equal voice in government with the Germans and the Magyars. Ferdinand was also considering the idea of federalism made up of 16 states. His ideas were not popular among the ruling elite. As Inspector General of the Army, Franz Ferdinand accepted an invitation from General Oksar Pačorek to visit the capital of Bosnia, Sarajevo. Bosnia and Herzegovina were provinces that had been under the Austro-Hungarian rule since 1878 because of an international agreement. Austria claimed these provinces outright in 1908, a controversial move that upset governments in the West and outraged the country of Serbia. A Serbian terrorist group named the Black Hand resolved to assassinate Franz Ferdinand during his visit to Sarajevo on June 28, 1914, thereby stalling his proposed reforms. As Franz Ferdinand and his party proceeded through Sarajevo on this date, the first of the Black Hand operatives tossed a grenade at the Archduke's vehicle. The chauffeur saw the explosive and accelerated to avoid impact. Sophie ducked and Franz deflected the bomb with his arm, causing it to bounce off the back of the car and explode behind them, demolishing the next car and seriously injuring several aides. To avoid capture and interrogation, the unsuccessful assassin swallowed a cyanide pill and jumped into the river. However, he was hauled out of the river and detained. As the Archduke's entourage resumed its tour of Sarajevo, the Archduke's chauffeur took a wrong turn and drove within feet of another Black Hand operative, Gavril Princip. Princip stepped up to the car and fired 2 shots. One bullet hit Sophie in the abdomen, killing her instantly, and the other hit Franz Ferdinand near the heart and killed him within minutes. Like the others, Princip attempted suicide but was captured before succeeding. On Sunday, June 28, 1914, Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria was assassinated by a Serbian nationalist in Sarajevo, Bosnia. An escalation of threats and mobilization orders followed the incident. The assassination provided Austria-Hungary with an excuse to take action against Serbia. On July 23, 1914, Austria-Hungary presented Serbia with a lengthy list of demands with a 48-hour period in which to comply. These demands included abolishing all pan-Serb propaganda, expelling from office any persons thought to have nationalist sympathies, taking legal action against certain officials designated by Austria-Hungary, and allowing agents of the dual monarchy to control all investigation and proceedings concerning the Sarajevo murders. Minutes before the July 25th deadline, Serbia issued a conciliatory reply to their demands, stating that Serbia wished the dispute to be submitted to the International Tribunal at The Hague. This consultation was rejected. On July 28, 1914, Austria-Hungary declared war on Serbia. World War I had begun. Tension had been rising all across Europe for quite some time, and the littlest argument could have set off any of the overpowering countries. Alliances for war had already been determined far before any fighting had even taken place. These countries wanted war. The rivalry between Archduke Franz Ferdinand and the country of Serbia was one of the many examples of rising tensions between the neighboring countries during this time period. The quick, irrational decisions that were made led to the planned assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand on June 28, 1914. If Franz Ferdinand's driver had not taken the wrong turn when leaving the hospital and he was not assassinated, I believe World War I would still have taken place. Serbia wanted to gain their own independence, and they could not do that under the rule of Archduke Franz Ferdinand. Whether or not Austria-Hungary were to declare war on Serbia or the other way around, some fighting was going to take place, and because of the alliances that were formed before the war, it was going to affect all of Europe and then some.